How do they talk to you? Do they yell? Do they shout? Do they get angry? Are they a person that finds solutions when situation comes up? Do they know how to handle their finances? Because that's a big one right there, okay? Do they know how to do that? Then when it comes to like sexual desires and relations of that matter, are they the one that want to be able to be happy in that department, or they don't really care about it? So all of this needs to be spoken about, and a lot of us are dating for chemistry because it looks good, when God really wants us to look at covenant, right? The man must be groomed like Isaac. Isaac wasn't chasing a woman. He stayed planted where God had placed him, right? God had placed him somewhere, and that's where he has to be. Don't let men, don't let a woman come in your life and remove you from that place God has placed you, because there's some women out here that just comes in and it's like a whirlwind, and then we're like, we up and leave. And I'm not putting my women down, but come on, we have to realize that men do have emotions, and they're on an assignment too from God. But back to this, the servant was on a set assignment, all right? As Abraham sent his servant to find Isaac's wife, Rebecca, right? So men, before you pursue a wife, be sure that you're grounded in God's will. You're walking in purpose. You're ready to love. You're ready to lead. You're ready to protect like Christ did. And for a backup reference, go to Ephesians 5, verse 25. So don't chase based on lust. Women, don't chase. You don't have to be chased. Rebecca was not chasing. She was out here minding her own business, and then the servant came and found her. And listen to this. This is how the servant was able to discern if she would be a good wife. So the servant prayed and asked God, right? The servant who Abraham sent prayed and asked God and said, God, I am going to ask a woman for a drink of water, because back in the day, women were at the well. They brought jars or jugs to fill water from the well, and there were quite a few women there. So the servant said, God, I am going to ask a woman for a drink of water. If she's the right wife for Isaac, let her say, drink, and I will get water for your camels too. Because back then, transportation were camels, right? That was what the servant used to test the woman to see if she was a good wife. Let me say that again. The servant prayed to God because he trusted in God. God, I am going to ask a woman to drink a drink of water, and if she's the right wife for Isaac, let her say, drink, and I will get water for your camels too. Yes, I know it's a strange prayer, right? It's like, why would a servant pray like that? The servant wanted a good wife for Isaac. He wanted a good wife, and he knew that woman that would be the right person would be willing to give water to all his camels, would be a very kind woman, right? A kind woman. So that's how it is. That's exactly how it is. God knows exactly what he's doing. So woman, you must position yourself like Rebecca. To be continued, y'all. God bless you and have a good day.